Okay. So you are just always talking about this umbrella brand. Again, do not steal her name. It's really good, but you can't have it. It's trademarked under her. You'll get arrested, go to jail for 1,000 years if you use it. Probably not 1,000 years, but it is trademarked. Okay. So don't take it. But the more you're just talking about this thing over and over and over, it just allows people to like want to be a part of what you're doing. And then you allow them to tell you which part they care about the most.
How many times have we shared the after picture without sharing how long the journey was? This is something that if you are willing to fall on your face, you can do it. The question is, are you willing to get back up? My name is Josh, and I'm your push coach. I'm the #1 best-selling author of F Leadership, and for the last 6 years, I've helped over 40,000 entrepreneurs to take ownership of their businesses and create tangible results that have changed their businesses and lives forever. Let's dive in.
Hey, what's up, friends? My name is Josh. I'm your push coach. Excited to hang out with you guys today. Talk about a little messaging and marketing. So we are just about to go into a launch for our next life coach certification. I'm so excited for this. I've been talking about it a little on the last couple of episodes, but we launched this life coach certification in 2021, if I remember. Is that right? Yeah, that was last year. We've technically done 2 different rounds now. So we did one the last half of last year, one the first round of this year. We've certified, I believe, around 82, 83 people, which has been so amazing. And we teach sales and marketing to these life coaches as they're going through the program. And then we also have sometimes people just in our 6 months to 6 figures program that are balancing a couple different businesses. And one of the questions we get asked a lot is, what do I do when I've kind of got like multiple offers going on? So I kind of wanted to talk about this, address this. Maybe you're someone who has already, branched out, maybe started, launching a course or something, or your own program, or maybe you've gotten certified or looking at getting certified, but just the thought of it overwhelms you because you're like, how in the world I can barely balance having one business. What am I going to do with, multiple offers going on? And so today I want to talk to you about something that I've in the past kind of called, I've kind of coined this as just like creating an umbrella brand. Okay. And an umbrella brand is really just this. So a lot of people, when they have, let's say, one program, or maybe you're in network marketing where, technically you're under like a company or something like that, you have kind of like this one thing that you're like so used to talking about that it sounds like mixing in another thing is just going to change up your whole world, because then you're going to have to talk about multiple things. You're going to feel all over the place. So this is what I encourage people to do. And I'm actually going to use an example from one of my clients. Her name is actually Ashley Deweese, and she's in network marketing and is also a life coach. And so she runs, as a health and fitness coach, she runs boot camps. As a life coach, she runs more of like a group coaching program around mindset and motivation and goals and things like that. So I'm going to use her as an example just because I know the name of her program, because I walked her through all of this. And so what she did was I told her, I want you to create like an umbrella brand, meaning like a name that all of this stuff that can fit under, so that when you're talking about one of the programs, it doesn't necessarily dilute the other program or confuse from the other program. It just always sounds like the same thing. So she created a name called Queens Not Quitters. Okay. Now don't go copy that. Don't go steal her name because I shared it on my podcast. Come up with your own name. Okay. So I better not see anyone else in the world using that terminology. That's Ashley's. Okay. Trademarked. It's her thing. So don't steal it. Go make up your own. Okay. Now, here's what's really cool about this, because she does health and fitness and mindset. Okay. One day she might be talking about in her stories or on her page, whatever, something that she helped a client deal with. Instead of saying, well, in my health and fitness group or whatever, she just says, in my Queens Not Quitters, I had someone ask me about weight loss, and this is kind of how I address that. And then the next day she might be talking about someone from her mindset group, and she might be like, hey, today in my Queens Not Quitters group, I had someone ask about this. So what happens is she is just constantly creating a demand for the name Queens Not Quitters, but allowing whoever is listening to her content and watching her stuff to kind of see themselves in the part of it that meets their needs. So if one day she's like, in my boot camp, I helped someone lose weight and this is what they asked. And then the next day she's like, in my mindset group, here's what it does. It kind of like distracts people to where they're like, oh my God, I love Ashley, but like, how do I work with her? I'm not even sure what she does. She does all these different things. And so by creating like an umbrella, such as Queens Not Quitters, what it does is it creates one singular thing that you're always talking about, but allows people to kind of see themselves in the part that pertains to them most. Okay. And then you can still go send the exact same invites you've always sent. But when someone says, oh, hey, yeah, I'm like really interested in working with you, it's literally this simple. You just say, okay, I would love to work with you in my Queens Not Quitters program. I'm just curious, are you more interested in weight loss, or are you more interested in mindset, motivation, goals, and strategy? Or do you think you might want to do both? And that literally allows them to tell you the part of your content that they have been like really connecting to. So from there, they might say, I mean, honestly, I just like really want to lose weight. Okay, great. Let's talk about my Queens Not Quitters boot camp. Or they might say, I mean, you know, weight loss is great, but like really, I've been loving everything you've been teaching on goals and planners and all of that stuff. You say, okay, great. Then let's talk about my Queens Not Quitters mindset group. Okay. So you are just always talking about this umbrella brand. Again, do not steal her name. It's really good, but you can't have it. It's trademarked under her. You'll get arrested, go to jail for 1,000 years if you use it. Probably not 1,000 years, but it is trademarked. Okay. So don't take it. But the more you're just talking about this thing over and over and over, it just allows people to like want to be a part of what you're doing. And then you allow them to tell you which part they care about the most. And actually, what I think happens a lot is if you only had one thing to offer, that's obviously the only thing they're going to buy from you. But when you have both of these things, what happens a lot is you're like, hey, which one are you most interested in? And a lot of people are like, honestly, I love the idea of both. Like I want to lose weight, but I also love all this other stuff. And you say, great, then let's talk about how to get you set up in both programs. And you end up making 2 sales instead of 1 sale. So this is kind of the umbrella teaching that I give to my clients. And I wanted to teach you today because of how many people are out there, you know, maybe selling multiple things. And I would just say this, even if you, let's say you're, you know, working under a company and you have multiple products, same thing goes. Okay. You always want to kind of like put everything under an umbrella. For me, that umbrella is Josh Coates Push Coach, really. But really, if you've really listened to my messaging over the last 6 months, it's changed a lot. So like sales psychology, just talking about sales psychology, building a belief bridge. And then from there, we can talk about the 6 months to 6 figures, or we can talk about if you're someone who like actually wants to learn how to dig into the actual beliefs at the deepest level and help people and coach people, then it's a life coach certification. But really my umbrella, if you will, is Josh Coates Push Coach. Like that is the brand. It's joshcoates.com. Okay. I think for a lot of you out there, you like to have some type of like a name, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want you to find a way to merge these under one umbrella, because then you can talk about multiple offers without feeling like you're putting out multiple messages. It also means that you don't have to have, well, I need to have conversations today for my health and fitness and conversations tomorrow for my mindset. No, you just have conversations with people every single day and let them tell you, which goes back to kind of the belief bridge. Let people tell you what they value and what they're most interested in. Okay. This was kind of a short episode, but I hope that it helped you. I hope it added value to you. Don't forget, if you're listening on iTunes, to drop a review, let people know what it is you're learning. Would love it if you would share this to your stories, and I'd be happy to share it right back over to mine. I love you guys so much. I believe in you so much. I've got some really, really, really good stuff coming up on this show. So make sure you're tuning in. Remember that everything you need is already on the inside, and all the resources you'll ever need are right under your nose. I love you. Have an amazing day.
This is something that if you are willing to fall on your face, you can do it. The question is, are you willing to get back up? My name is Josh, and I'm your push coach. I'm the #1 best-selling author of F Leadership, and for the last 6 years, I've helped over 40,000 entrepreneurs to take ownership of their businesses and create tangible results that have changed their businesses and lives forever. Let's dive in.